What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a RPG, a dungeon crawling RPG with roguelike influences called Tyrant's Realm. It's wrapped up in beautiful PS1 style graphics that are very, very nostalgic. I've heard good things about this title, so I figured we'd spend about 30 minutes with it. We'd see if it's a good pick or not. I'll see if there's anything that jumps out at me as things that need to change or need to be fixed, any bugs, any stuff like that. And at the end of the 30 minutes, we'll make a decision whether or not we want to buy this game. If after watching this video, you wanted to get the title for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check it out there. The game is not in early access. It is a completed product. On top of that, you can find a bunch of other links to related Nerd Castle stuff down there that I'd love you to visit me at. But let's go ahead and start the game off. Okay, so after a lengthy tutorial, lengthy being 5 to 6 minutes in the world of my short attention span, we're now finally, properly into the game. Let's head on into the dungeon and see what kind of chaos unfolds here. Oh, there's a guy over here. Okay. Oh, I was gonna try to block that. So as with all games of this, I'm just gonna stay on him. Yeah, you can just get rocked. Give me those goodies right there. Cultist garments? That sounds pretty good. So this game seems to be drawing pretty heavily from like 2 different sources from what I've seen so far in the media that I've consumed. It seems to be drawing very heavily from the original Dark Souls, and then from there it seems to be drawing from Dead Cells pretty heavily as well, I think, with regards to how the progression methods work. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with this guy right here. Our character comes equipped with all the things that you've come to understand, love, and know from titles like this. We've got a dodge roll, like so. We've got attacks, so I can, like, hit that guy right there and then dodge backwards. I've got, like, a parry that I can do with my shield. But unfortunately, the parry, that did half my health. Oh, boy. Okay, all right. Well, let's just finish him off then. You can do an execution-style kill whenever you parry somebody, so long as the skull meter in the top left-hand corner of the screen is totally filled on out, which is what we managed to accomplish right there. I'm going to break this chest open. I was a little bit worried when coming into this game. Like it said, plays best with a controller, and it always worries me when a game has that warning on it because I just, like, buckle myself up for knowing that the developers didn't design functional, like, actionable PC controls for the game. They're going to expect me to go dig an Xbox controller out of somewhere, but not the case with this title. It actually feels okay to play, so I don't know why they have that warning on there. We swapped out our weapon for a sword, so let's keep on cruising through the dungeon and see if there's anywhere else that we can go here. I think, oh, there's another big guy right there. Okay, let's fall back for a minute. We'll give him like a little love tap right there. We got a nice little parry on deck. I should be able to finish him off right there, and he's good and dead. Parry windows in this game so far from the 5 minutes that I've played, they feel fair. Like, they feel fair. Like, when you land one, you're like, oh, that makes sense after you land it. And so, the game does expect you to do some parrying for sure. Oh, I pulled my parry right there. Okay. There we go. Got him right there. Let's light this dude up. And he is down. We do have an Estus flask because obviously you can't have any game that's inspired by a FromSoft game without having an Estus flask on in there. This right here is a shrine. I haven't figured out exactly how it works yet. The tutorial was not super clear on what I was getting out of this thing. It said it's just used for like metagame progress because at the end of the day this game does have roguelike influences. So we can pick between yellow equipment, greed, and wrath. My affected gear is my shield or my hat right there, but it looks like they both give me the exact same bonuses. Let's upgrade my shield, I suppose. And then we'll kind of like take a look and see what that actually did for me. I'm not exactly sure. I think I'm gonna have to feel my way around in the dark a little bit better before I can figure out exactly why I specialized like in yellow and greed. It looks like maybe it's a stat spread because at the top left-hand corner of the screen we've got 3 numbers that are in different colors, and I noticed that the yellow one iterated upwards. So maybe it like increased the amount of gold that I'm getting out of these fights. I'm not really too sure. So you can have a follow-up right there. He does have a follow-up on one of the combos. Got the parry right there though. Oh, I got greedy. I got so greedy, dude. I was trying to, like, OTK him off that one parry right there, but unfortunately he didn't want to give it to me. No loot off that guy either. I am depressed. I am saddened. I am upsetty biscuity about my lack. Ooh, coins inside that crate right there, though, too. Having large amounts of, like, pecuniary backup or, like, somebody's bank account stored up inside the dungeon, inside, like, a barrel or something, seems like, oh, a real shield. Okay. I'll take it right there just because it actually looks like a real shield. My other one looks like it's something that fell off the side of a barn, and so I don't trust. Oh, hey, what's up, buddy? How we doing over here? You got another swing for me in there? I believe that he do. Oof, man, they recover quick, and they don't get, like, any knockback from your attacks either. They recover, like, instantly. All right, so since we get stagger, but they don't get stagger, I'm going to kind of, like, hang back here. That must have been a perfect dodge because it messed around with the... It gave us, like, a bullet time thing right there as we were going on through. But the good news is here, from the first few minutes of playing the game, I can tell you that they've got the feel dialed in. I haven't quite got control of the camera just yet. The camera does feel a little bit over heavy, but it's possible that I might be able to get that adjusted inside the options. But when it comes to the attacks, the dodges, and also the parries, everything feels pretty good as long as you understand going into this game that there's no animation breaking. So that would be one of the major things that you gotta kind of like watch out for there, is that this game doesn't allow you to break your animations. If you don't know what that means, I'll show you an example in just a second. I very much prefer games that have animation breaks inside of them because they feel much more fluid and they feel much smoother to me. But an animation break is where when you swing your sword like this, I'm going to spam my dodge key the entire time as long as it doesn't light off sticky keys, because sticky keys is on my shift key and dodge is shift in this game. But it means that like during certain phases, so for the first half of the frames of that animation right there, you could break it and dodge out of it. Different games do this in different ways, but I very much prefer, to me, the games that feel the most fluid and they feel the best to play, a la something like Hades, are the ones that let you break your animations at any point during a swing. That always feels the best to me. And so this game does not have that. In this game, when you light off an attack, you are dedicated to that attack until the attack animation completely and totally ends. And so, oh, he got me with a quick little thrusty boy right there. All right. Didn't get the parry right there, but I did get it right there. Let's finish him off. There it is, down he goes. And I think they've got the sound effects really dialed in on this title as well. Like, it feels good to play. It also sounds good to play. Like, the things that you're hearing are matching up with the things that you're seeing on screen, which typically with titles like this is actually kind of a bear to pull off properly and leads to a lot of titles like this feeling kind of like not quite as good. Since it says that most of my gear is green right now, I think I'll probably go with the 40% increase to health right there on taking a green level. I have one flask left, and I don't know if I'm brave enough as of right now to light it off until I figure out where I'm going to get more flaskies from. So until I get my flaskies filled on back out, I'm gonna be a little bit nervous about using my last flask. I think I can get greedy with my health and let it get down lower. There's obviously an extremely strong chance here that that's going to backfire on me and get me killed if an enemy manages to lay me out with a much larger attack that deals more damage than I'm ready then. But you know what? I'm a little bit of a risk taker. I like to go to Vegas. I like to play the slot machines. I like to gamble a little bit. I probably shouldn't. I think I like gambling a little too much in real life, which is typically why I try to avoid it. Like, when I go to Vegas, dude, I can get sucked down the rabbit hole sitting in front of them one-harm bandits playing blackjack. Like, I don't know when to quit, dude. And so I tend to, like, avoid gambling altogether because it seems like I've got some kind of weird predisposition towards getting sucked on into it. But I do very much like to gamble. Ooh, treasure chest, huh? What you got for me, beautiful? A hat? An actual hat? The commander's armor. So I lose a little bit of speed, but I get a 4,000% increase in armor. Am I doing that math properly? I'm gonna, oh my god, dude. I mean, I got a little bit chubbier. That's for sure. Like, my character definitely ate up a couple of cheeseburgers right now. Like, it looks like we've entered the game of competitive basketball eating. You know, just like Randy, we're trying to live in his shadow. But was there anything in this room over here? What do we have over here? Another guy to be slain. Roll away. Okay, perfect roll right there. Perfect roll right there. You love to see it. What you got for me, baby? Yeah, I got the parry right there, finally. Perfect. And then put him on down. Is it just me, or does it feel like I'm hitting a lot harder right now? Do I have some kind of factor in the weight of my gear that's tying into how hard I hit? Because I feel like I dealt a lot more damage to that guy, but we got an armor upgrade, not like a weapon upgrade. So I don't know how I feel about that. What is that right there? Brass knuckles. Okay. Same thing as normal brass knuckles, but just like a little bit more Canadian. A little bit. It smells a little bit like maple syrup. You feel me? I think I'm happy with what I've got going on right now. I think that's going to like limit my reach, and I like my reach to be where it's at. at the moment. Now, have I seen everything inside this dungeon? Like, have I missed any doors or anything along the way? They do give us this nice little wireframe map right here that we can play around with. It looks like mostly it just wants me to go that way and square off against the first boss. I've got a bad feeling about this. When I play Soulsy-influenced games, I tend to get starched the hell out by bosses a lot. I don't know, dude. I've just never been particularly talented at fast reading enemies and figuring out what they do quickly. It's almost like there's a divine rule that I have to get my ass kicked first before I can, like, process and kill him on the second pull. I don't know. Oh, it's a merchant's lounge. Okay, so it's like a new location. Is there anything around here that I can, like, loot or participate in? I'm guessing there's going to be a merchant around. We've got a test dummy right here. Doesn't give us floating damage numbers or anything, but maybe that's something I can turn on inside the options. Doesn't look like I can have pop-up damage numbers inside the options, so I figured I would give that a look, but I didn't know if it was going to give me any bask in the heat. Yes, let me warm mine butt cheeks by the fire. Oh, that gives me an instant fatality if I parry somebody. Nice. Okay, so my meter's flashing right now. What you got for me, baby? What do we got out here? So we've got a number of pieces of equipment that we can upgrade. We could get like a cultist's outfit right here. Clothing worn by a lone sadistic killer. Not ideal for defending against weapons, but it's light and inconspicuous in a crowd. Plus, you've got that ball. When I went to the East Coast like 6 months ago to visit my wife's East Coast family for the first time. We went to Philadelphia. Like, I've been to Boston, but I met half of her family in Boston, and the rest of her family's in Philadelphia, New Jersey. And so anyways, there's a relevance to this story. Just hang in there. I saw an Orthodox priest for the first time. This might shock you to know, but on the West Coast, Orthodox priests are not a real thing. Like, they don't exist here. And on the East Coast, dude, I saw an Orthodox priest at the airport. He was so balled out. He had an outfit that was kind of like this guy's, except all black. His belt was made out of, like, these giant gold coins with, like, a gold braid hanging off of it. And then he had, like, the most baller, like, giant gold crucifix chain around his neck that he was rocking with. Orthodox priests know how to do it, dude. They dial up the bling to, like, the next level, and I respect it. Like, you gotta ball out, man. If you can't ball out for Christ, who can you ball out for? It looks like we can get, like, random starting weapons that'll be laying in our starting cell for the future. It looks like we can get flask charge increases. I love if you look at the rotation of the items right there, I like how they've done it sort of Gauntlet Legends style, where it's reading in, like, 10 frames per second or, like, 15 frames per second. That was very much a thing in old N64 PlayStation 1 games in order to conserve, like, data bandwidth, like reading off the disc and whatnot to make sure that you didn't have frame rate drops. Very, very nice. I actually kind of like that. It makes it feel more stylish to me. I sort of like everything that I have on me right now, so I'm not in the market to purchase anything because we need 600 coins anyways to get anything permanent. What does the archive do? It's just a list of all the items that I've found and all the enemies that I've gone up against. Oh, cool. It gives you like a little model right there. What does this do? Oh, there's a world map. Okay, interesting stuff. Spend all of your coins at the merchant. I don't really have enough coins to buy anything. Like, they're just basically forcing me to make a purchase. Okay, well, I can buy the cultist garments. And then I can't afford anything else. So hopefully it will let me leave. And it looks like it gives me a sample of that piece of equipment before we go. Oh, I can partially spend on this stuff. Okay, that's fine. And then the gate opens up. Lickety-splickety. The torture pit. Okay. So is this like a branch office for the IRS, or like what is this right here? Tax season is coming, folks. I'm already dreading it, dude. Right now, I'm feeling pretty okay about the way my bank account's going, and I know that that's swiftly about to end. Oh my god, who is this big chunky bastard? Okay, so he's trying to punch me with knuckle dusters that are made out of skulls. Can I get greedy and get two right there? Oh, dude, I almost got smoked. Oh my god, I got smoked finally. He punched me right in my tummy gut, dude. He got me in the tummy gutses. Oh, he extended that jump. Okay, so my man is wily. He punishes early dodges. Oh, did we get his poise down? All right, just mess him up, mess him up. I'm gonna drink a flask real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna get punished for that. It sort of seems like I am. Okay, stay out of the way of this combo. Oh, he didn't do the fourth attack, so it looks like maybe he varies up what he's doing based on where you dodge in the overall combo. I got two right there. So far, he's not too bad, though. This guy has not pulled out anything thus far. Oh, that was new. Never mind. He got me with the solar plexus punch again. Okay, I've got the perfect dodges down, so I'm feeling okay about those. That one felt like it was a little late. So yeah, they've definitely got some generous timings in this game. My main problem is just that I'm getting greedy. There we go. Let's finish him off. I'm gonna flask up real quick. Oh my god, all the money in the world. Can I just tell you how much I love that money sucking into my abdomen animation? It makes me incredibly happy. And like the ticky 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 noise as you're iterating upwards to get your cash. Yeah, that's the good stuff, brother. That's the good stuff. Can I open any of those gates, or is this pretty much just like a one-way? It's kind of hard to see. It's so dark in here that, like, I don't think any of the other gates are open, so I think I'm just going to go the direction that the game recommends. The Merchant's Lounge. Oh, we're back up in here, huh? We just had to fight like one guy. Kind of weird pacing right there, but I will abide by it. Let's keep working on the random starting gear when we start out. That's now open. Our health is mostly good, but we've got a flask refiller right here, so I'm going to refill that real quick. There we go. The Dungeon P has been gifted to us. So world map wise, we can go 2 places now. Are there 2 gates this time around? Oh, there are. So it looks like we've got like a snowy place over here, the Northern Caverns, or we've got the Forgotten or the Forbidden Tumba. Okay. I don't think we need to go to the campfire because we have full fatality right now anyways. I like the idea of a snowy area. Let's do a snowy area so that I can give you guys a brief reprieve from darkness. That way you can actually like see some lighting effects and things. But so far the lighting seems okay too. And if I break those, do I get anything? See, this is the problem with having breakables, is that I feel a supernatural call from the gods of action RPGs to break everything here and get all the treasure. I just can't help myself. I have to do it. This is going to be the time where we're going to find out about enemy variety, too, and if they vary it up a little bit. So we've got one guy with a sword over here, and we've got a new guy over there, and I don't know what he does. I'm going to see if I can quietly pull this guy over to come scrap with me on this side. And then he had a thrust on the back end. We'll try to get him with a twofer right there. I'm just going to straight block that. Okay. Got that one. Instant fatality. Good stuff. Put him down. All right, he's been ended. This guy over here is going to be our next target, and I don't particularly well know what he does. It looks like he shoots crossbow bolts. Okay, easy enough. And we've got a blueprint for the Bear Killer's axe. That sounds sick. I kind of want that. That sounds dope. Like, I'm excited about acquiring that item when we go to the merchant. We've got a cultist outfit on the ground, and it puts a poison effect on our weapon, but I don't feel like our speed has been that much affected by this heavy armor, and it has considerably lowered the amount of damage that I take whenever I get chunked compared to like the starting rags that I was wearing. The letter opener looks like we've got a little bit better of stamina usage. We've got a little bit more speed, but we are losing some damage right there, and I bet we're losing some reach too. I'm going to stick with the sword for right now. I like what I have, and I'm the kind of person that if I'm comfortable with what I have right now, I don't really take a lot of risks. If we're getting kind of further on into the video right now, if we start getting to a point where I feel I want to see what the meta progression looks like, so I may have to throw pretty soon. 25% maximum health right there for that one. It feels like the bonuses are just like flatly better for taking the red level up, so I'm going to take the red level up. I'm guessing the reason why the upgrades go down is you specialize more and more and more into like a certain type. Uh-oh, we got a twofer fight over here. Let me clear out some space. I don't want to trip on any geometry or anything. Oof, got the perfect parry right there. Oh, he tried to eat a fish right there, dude. We got the oval cross shield. I do wish that you could break this stuff in order to get some money for it. That would be a nice feature, but maybe we have like a base or something once we get further on into the game and like dying. Got him with that one right there, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. There we go. Okay. We caught the first one, but the second one we managed to pull off. It seems like there's actually a good reason to break all the stuff inside the dungeon too, because full-on pieces of gear drop out of these things. Yeah, exactly, like a Northern Crest shield right there. It's the same as what we've got, but Oh, my current shield makes it so my rolling and my sprinting are free. That explains why I've been flush with stamina this entire time. I didn't see that and I didn't read it. Okay. That makes our stamina come back faster. Let's try it out. Okay, so we've got this shield right here. What you got for me? A bunch of cash? I like that. Money's always good. A little bit of this, a little bit of that inside of there. All right, let's check our corners real fast. Oh, he was hidden up in the corner and he tried to shiv a bitch. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get this timing down. Okay, so he's got like he's got a fast one and he's got a slow one. Okay, we're all right. Nah, you don't get to heal right now. Stop that. That's beside. You're not allowed to do that. Don't do that right now. I'm definitely not trying to deal with enemies that heal themselves up the entire time. All right, what you got going on? So he didn't get us with the backhand right there. The problem is I know I can parry the backhand like every single time, so I like wait for it to kind of like bait it out even though it's a bad idea. I may be developing poor habits right now. Instead of learning to interrupt every single part of his combo, I'm just like focusing on the one. We've got Knight's Armor over here. That puts us in green. Oh, we have a special ability. I didn't even realize. Okay, well, we'll swap to this guy right here because it makes us a little bit thinner. We've gone on a tiny bit of a diet right now. We've been, you know, we've been walking the dog a little bit more frequently. We've been watching what we eat. We've been ordering the Cobb salad instead of getting the triple, quadruple, ultra mega burger. And we've managed to drop our tummy gut down a little bit. What's going on with my map right now? Is this the direction I'm trying to go? This is the direction that I'm trying to go. Okay, so that gives me like a little waddle smack right there. Little beautiful waddle smack. Ow. All right. I think if I don't get greedy, I can actually just get one taps off in between his combos. Give me a little drink right. Yeah, give me some yellow drink right now. I'm going to guess that it's Mountain Dew. It's the right color, and I love me some Mountain Dew. The problem with that is, in my elder years here, unfortunately, I have become very, very intolerant of caffeine. When it hits my stomach, bro, it goes straight through me. And so I had to give up beautiful things like the Dew, which I practically lived off of earlier on in life. I love Mountain Dew, dude, but the amount of caffeine in there does not agree with me anymore. Let's go with, I guess, I'm gonna go with some battle damage, I suppose. We'll get a little bit stronger. I wonder if I keep my levels in between deaths. I'm thinking that now might be the time to test that on out and just get a feel for it. Oh, we've actually got a merchant room over here. All right, I can live with that. Let's go to the merchant room real fast. I don't really have any money to spend once again, but I do like that you incrementally unlock stuff. That's really, really nice. I've always preferred games that allow you to like doop, 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 doop. Like fill up a meter with what you've got. Let's get the Bear Killer's axe all nice and locked in. I'm gonna refill my flask after I heal myself. I don't have enough for a fatality right now. Oh, it's not gonna let me warm my butt cheeks by the fire. Never mind then. My cheekies will remain frigid. Okay. Giant Hindu elephant guy that's trying to slay me. Oh, dude, they're gonna be spikies. Oh, this guy got a completely different combo running. Got him with the parry, though. Let's knock him out. Oh, I hit hard. Yup, get him with the fatality. Put him to sleep. That spine has a few less holes than I'd like it to have. Oh, they want me to break this right here? Okay. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Let's just lock on somebody. We do get cleaving. Oh, dodge out, dodge out, dodge out. Okay. There we go. Get him with the charge. Okay, so like your special ability is like a force equalizer. It allows you to do like powerful stuff that matters. Got him. Let's see if we can get the other pillar real quick. Oh my god. All right. Ow. Yep, that was a clunky donkey that I just took to the face. I think enemy animations could be a little snappier. I didn't see it on the first boss, but this guy feels really floaty to me and like kind of under-animated. He's not too bad though. I was expecting worse from the bosses. All right. Like, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to use... Oh, no. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so that there's almost like a slowdown to the frames when the enemy attacks to imply weight, but I think it might be applied a little bit too thick. Like, it might be slathered on a little too aggressively. I wonder if I can get him with the charge right here. Yeah, got him for some damage right there. Oh, got me with that one. Okay, with that swift backhand right there. You haven't noticed it too much with the enemies except for this guy. Oh, the spikes, dude. No, dude, the spikes! I was trying to get out of them. I'm dead. So in the decrepit prison, you just go again? There's like no in-between phase? That's kind of unfortunate. I sort of wish that there was some kind of like hold or like Knights of the Round Table place you went back to in between runs to sort of like drive in the theme and have like a couple guys standing around that say cryptic things. You feel me? Well, that's kind of like what I'm... Oh my god. Okay, so we double pulled in the first room when we have no buffs and we have no strength. That's probably real bad. Yeah, okay. All right, getting stomped out. Yep, feeling terrible about my decisions. Oh my god. So, I guess as I'm trying to get out of this here, my first impressions of the game. Everything here feels pretty tight, actually. I think that for a small team, it's fairly impressive how well they've managed to get the action combat dialed in. It feels pretty good as long as you don't mind the fact that there's no animation breaking, so you can't like cancel things out or anything. You are dedicated to the course once you take a swing, but all in all, it feels like they've got most of the gameplay mechanics so far, the basic stuff that we've seen, dialed in pretty well. It's not particularly doing anything that we haven't seen before just yet. Like if you've played a Dark Souls FromSoft style game, this is basically the roguelike-ification of that idea. I think it's a good idea, but while it's not particularly doing anything crazy new from what I've seen so far, I did have a really good time playing it. I think that most of the fights that we've been in have felt good. They've sounded good. The movement feels pretty good. The parry windows are really, really nice. The dodge windows feel good, and the iframes feel really, really tightened up, and so... Not a whole lot of things to worry about here if you like these sorts of games. I think the only thing that I've noticed so far was that elephant boss, they overused whatever that slow motion effect is, that bullet time effect whenever he's like winding up an ability, and so that fight ended up feeling really, really floaty and cheap, but everything up to that has felt pretty good so far, and I did have fun with it. So this is Tyrant's Realm. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. It was Tyrant's Realm today. Tomorrow to be something else. Thanks for hanging out, and that's about all I got for you. Bye, folks.